I'm out in the local woods today because I saw a video by Hiker Dave and he was talking about tree breaks and possible links to Bigfoot pathways. And what he does is he measures, he's up in the northeast, Massachusetts kind of an area, and he'll see trees that are broken at some point up the height of them, usually about 10, 11, 12 feet, something like this. So he'll measure and he'll get the girth, how fat the tree is, and then he'll look at the direction that it's pointing in. And so many times he was finding these trees were pointing in the same direction. And he thought, well, they could be markers, they could be showing a Bigfoot where to walk, where there may be safe areas to cross roads, because apparently if you had a tree that was knocked down slightly into the road, you could guarantee there's another one on the other side of the road that's knocked down in the same direction. And that, apparently, he's thinking, is how the Bigfoot would know where to cross a road that would be safe. So I'm in these woods today. I'm going to try and find a couple of tree breaks. Just a bit of a recce mission, really. See if I can see anything that looks somewhat similar to what he's been measuring. Now, I think I've seen a couple such trees about 50 feet ahead. But I've realised something. You know, if one of the big people of the forest, as they call them, were to go through, walk through, they're going to need good access, and I don't think I'm entering at the right point. I can see there's a gap in the trees, you know, and this is easy enough to get through here, but then there's a bunch of twigs and things and brambles in the way that have been there for quite some time. So I don't think this would be the access point. It's just something to keep in mind, really, with overgrown woodland that hasn't seen any changes for years. So as I say, I think there's a couple over there, but this isn't the route I'll take to get through. I'll see if there's something that looks more likely. Could all be fanciful, but I mean, if there's a decent route, I'll take that one instead. And as you can tell as I'm walking through, this is quite overgrown. It's completely untouched woodland. Here's one. How'd you like that for a bit of a classic? It's definitely broken in a similar way, looks a similar way to what he's been showing. And I'll have to just go over an estimate here that is around 10 feet. I haven't brought a tape measure, I was just on a bit of a recce mission just to see if there's anything in these woodlands. Could it be snow load? The answer, it's southern Arkansas, we just get a dusting every year. We don't get huge amounts of snow. Could it be simply age? Yeah, it could. It could be a number of things. But I find the whole thing fascinating, and hopefully you do. And that one is pointing to the east. So that's worth knowing. But that's the first one. Interestingly, on this one, we've got some wood that goes out that way, which is likely, you know, it just broke at that point. So what's this one about? That's also here. You know, it's just little bits like that I find quite fascinating. Now for this first one, I'll tell you what else is really interesting. Really interesting. Look at this tree that goes across. And you can see how it starts. First of all, it's flat. It's at like a 90 degrees thing. But, check this. It goes behind that first tree. It goes in front of that bigger tree. And then it actually forks and goes either side of this one. Sure, that can be completely natural, but it just looks a little bit strange. And it's right next to this. Now, we've started with this one, but if you look across, you might be able to see this one that's in the middle of the frame now. Now I can go upwards. It's the right hand one of the two that you're looking at, and it stops there. It actually stops at about an estimated 10 or 11 feet. Completely snapped off. And that's just across from the other one. Now, relating to access, I turned round, started walking back the very same way, and that's where I came in at. However, you won't be able to see. There's more of a pathway there, straight through. That's an easier access. So I'll take this route now. I shouldn't have to break brambles and things all over the place. Yeah, I'm just walking straight through it. Straight through it here. Straight through this bit. It is indeed a heck of a lot easier. and we're back out onto the walkway pathway. So that was the way in. So yeah, it was fun finding that trail. Now I know in my case these are just game trails. We do get a lot of raccoons, possums, deer, that kind of a thing. But I think it still is a valid point about overgrown woodlands and how there needs to be decent access. So there we go, a bit of a look in the local woods to see what I could see. And there are a couple of interesting things. Completely natural, probably, but it does make you think a little bit.